Mountain News this morning, we'll take a deeper look into the Safer Kentucky Act and what it implies for the homeless people of Kentucky. Plus, the Floyd Animal Shelter is getting a much-needed makeover as the plans to rebuild and expand.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Madison Carmouche. It is 6:32 this morning on January 11th, 2024. Let's check in with meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your forecast this morning.
Hi there, Madison. Let's get you out the door with some comfortable temperatures this morning. A nice way to begin the day. Grab your cup of coffee in the mid-30s, a mostly clear sky, and we will have lots of sunshine for the afternoon. Looks like it should be a really nice day. The rest of your wake-up temperatures from 36 there in Somerset. Monticello, you're waking up to a warmer 45 and 41 right now in Williamsburg, but it is a little cooler towards Middlesboro at 27. As you look on off here to the east, Grundy right now at 25 and Clintwood at 23, but Wise, you're sitting at 32 degrees. Here's your planner throughout the day today. 30s for this morning in most areas, warming up into the 40s by midday. Look at your forecast for this afternoon. Madison, we're talking about high temperatures right around 50 degrees or so. Enjoy the sunshine today. Big changes upcoming here down the road. We're talking rain, some storms, maybe a little snow, and much, much colder. Let alone we'll throw some wind in there as well. I'll detail that, of course, coming up.
Thank you, Mace. We told you yesterday about House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. It was introduced into by a Republican lawmaker. Kelsey Soto is looking into one piece of it that focuses on people sleeping on the streets.
Very upsetting to think that we have legislators that would write this kind of bill.
Republican lawmakers announced Tuesday they want to crack down on illegal camping.
We do create a public safety hazard anytime they are camping by a roadway, sometimes even in between lanes on the interstate they camp there. When they step onto traffic, if they come panhandle while your car's there, people can get hit, people can swerve, cause accidents.
This includes tents, huts, vehicles, or even temporary shelters, specifically when someone is on public or private streets, sidewalks, under bridges, parks, businesses, or homes without authority.
So we're trying to say it's not a crime to be homeless, but you can do it in a defined area that the city can designate. In that defined area, we'll have to have sanitary facilities, at least porta potties and drinkable water. Ginny
Ramsey with the Catholic Action Center says there are already plenty of laws in place, and there aren't enough shelter beds to meet the demand right now.
The soul of Kentucky is about family. The soul of Kentucky is compassion, and this doesn't make sense.
She says this measure could even impact the some 700 Fayette County students facing homelessness.
We have to take care of each other. When we become a society that just says they don't count, we throw them away, let them freeze, we'll throw them in jail, that doesn't work.
The bill would add to the state's Stand Your Ground law, giving property owners the ability to confront such illegal campers with a gun or other force and not face consequences. In Frankfort, Kelsey Soto, WKYT.
Child care providers and parents may be interested in a bill proposed by Senator Cassie Armstrong of Jefferson County. If passed, the bill would eliminate sales tax on diapers in the Commonwealth. I was able to speak to child care professionals about what this could mean for both parents and their children. While eliminating the sales tax on diapers may not seem like much, for a family that is already struggling, every penny counts when it comes to making ends meet.
So if they're not spending that on diapers, they can use that money for other needs of their children. So that would definitely increase their confidence being able to provide for their family.
Mona Napier is the supervisor for LKLP Perry County Head Start. She says she knows families are struggling, but there are not many resources for families who cannot afford diapers.
And with our resources being depleted from the flood and all the natural disasters that's happened through here, it would be a tremendous help to some of our families. We used to be able to supply some of our families with diapers. That is getting harder to do.
The passing of Senate Bill 97 would not only free up extra dollars for caregivers, but also eliminate some of their financial stresses as caregivers of small children.
And we have some families that have 3 and 4 children in them that have to wear diapers. So that goes from a cost of, I'm guessing, $100 a month to like $400 a month.
Napier also adds that this sales tax removal could possibly improve the quality of life for children not yet potty trained.
You know, I hate to say this, but we all know it happens. A lot of people won't change a child as much because of the cost of diapers, pull-ups, and etc. I think this would help. This would help sanitary-wise. This would help with sickness. This would help with a lot of stuff just by a little bit of sales tax.
The bill has been co-sponsored by members of both parties, which is a good sign it will be passed. A man has been charged with murder after a Whitley County man was found dead in his home. 73-year-old Michael Boyd Connor is accused of killing Charles Oler. Police say Oler's daughter found him dead in his home Saturday. Connor was arrested in Corbin on Monday, and he is in the Whitley County Detention Center, charged with 1 count of murder. A Somerset man is facing charges after police say he reportedly strangled another person. Deputies with the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office responded to the incident Monday night. A victim claimed 35-year-old Diego Velasquez had been drinking, then became physically violent and grabbed her by her throat. Velasquez was arrested and was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center. Also in Pulaski County, a man is behind bars after police say he reportedly pointed a gun at them and several other victims. Deputies with the sheriff's office were called to the scene around 9:45 p.m. on December 30th. They say it happened at a home on 1592 Rose Road in Somerset. Deputies say victims told them 38-year-old Matthew Anderson pointed the gun at them and shot in their direction. Anderson was charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment and 1 count of menacing. Site preparation is underway at the future home of the Floyd County Animal Shelter. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to officials about the need for an expanded facility.
A need for shelter.
There is no shortage of adoptable animals in Floyd County. We're overwhelmed, we're at full capacity.
Met with a plan to build a bigger, better space.
The only reason we haven't resorted to the horrific situation of euthanasia, which we're very opposed to, is thank God that we have these wonderful rescue networks out there.
The Floyd County Animal Shelter is planning to construct a new facility, raising around $300,000 of a $500,000 need. But the plan was paused when the future site across from the current facility was recognized as a former mining site.
We could not even begin to move on the animal shelter despite the fact that we had $300,000 because of the abandoned mine land issue.
Now site preparations are underway, paid for with abandoned mine land grant funding, which officials say is not only a win financially, but is the first step toward a foundation for the furry friends.
It's been a real frustrating situation that thankfully has been rectified, and there are bulldozers out there today preparing the site for our new shelter.
And while a need is still there, with the group still trying to raise $200,000,
we're struggling along with a dilapidated shelter. And hopefully, with the amount of money we raise, we can have a new shelter sooner rather than later.
A place for the pause is pending. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Shelter Representative Ned Pillersdorf says the nonprofit that runs the shelter is always accepting donations and help from the public, saying only half of the monthly expenses are covered by the funding from the fiscal court. He says keeping the facility and animals in shape is a team effort.
And we head to Whitesburg this morning to show you a 37 temperature and a mostly clear sky. A very nice beginning to the day. And we are going to be looking at some very comfortable temperatures here throughout the afternoon. Enjoy today. We won't have a warm one like this, at least for the foreseeable future, with highs in the 40s and 50s for most areas. 33 at this hour in Pikesville, 36 in Hazard. Manchester, you're a little colder, starting at 25. If you're in Monticello, Williamsburg, you're warmer with your temperatures in the 40s. Quiet on Pinpoint Doppler for now. That'll change tomorrow as rain rolls in. Had a few clouds, of course, yesterday. A couple of clouds this morning, but most areas will be full of sunshine. As we get you out the door this morning, we are looking at temperatures near 50 degrees for a high later on. Midday, very nice in the 40s, enjoying the sun. Knowing the full forecast, we're going to be talking about a lot of changes. Wind and snow and cold. That's all coming up.
Mace, thank you, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, Hunter Biden made a surprise appearance at a hearing of the Oversight Committee as tensions rise over his testimony.